As a 20i reseller, you don't have to worry about LVE limits. That's great to know, but what are they? Why do some web hosts have them, and how can you use that to attract new customers? In this video, we'll break down exactly what LVE limits are, so you know exactly how they work. What are LVE limits? LVE stands for Lightweight Virtual Environment. It refers to how much of a server's resources are allocated to each customer. For example, percentage of a core, percentage of a CPU, physical memory limit, I/O throughput, number of read and write operations per second, limit on entry processes. The goal of LVE is to make sure that no single website can bring down an entire web server by using more resources than are available. LVE limits with cPanel-based hosting are a side effect of its technology being limited to single server hosting. Without set limits, one user could consume all the available resources and slow down other websites hosted on the same server. What happens when a site hits its LVE limits? When a website reaches its LVE limits, the server begins restricting it from using additional resources. Visitors may start seeing slow loading pages, database connection errors, or messages like 503, service unavailable. How do LVE limits restrict websites? Database-powered websites. Most modern websites rely on a database to function, and with WordPress itself powering nearly half of all websites, that will only continue to rise. Popular websites that rely on databases include Magento, WooCommerce, Joomla, and Drupal. The flow of data from your database to the end user puts extra strain on the server hosting your content. When a user visits your site, your server must process the static content. This includes things like images, CSS, and JavaScript, as well as fetch the necessary information from your database. This data processing uses your LVE allowances. Traffic spikes. Sudden traffic surges strain servers, especially on shared and reseller plans not meant for heavy loads. Sometimes a CDN can absorb enough traffic during spikes, but unless you're using a free and unlimited CDN like 20i CDN, you're likely limited by how much traffic you can pass through the CDN without being charged extra. Plugins. Website plugins, whether they enhance functionality, improve design, or optimize performance, consume server resources. These resources include CPU, RAM, and I/O. When a plugin is activated, it runs code and queries databases. Each of these actions requires server resources. Badly written or inefficient plugins can cause excessive CPU usage. For instance, outdated or incorrectly coded scripts may create loops, leading to continuous resource consumption. Even a few concurrent requests can push the website over its resource limits. When a site exceeds its allocated CPU resources due to plugin-related processing, users may encounter 500 or 503 errors, indicating that the server cannot execute the script. Plugins that store data in memory or perform complex operations can strain available RAM. If a site exceeds its memory limits, it may become unresponsive or slow. Why don't 20i resellers have LVE limits? Because our reseller web hosting isn't limited by cPanel or Cloud Linux, we've been able to build a platform that enables you to host websites using the resources of our entire platform through proprietary auto-scaling cloud hosting technology. This means we don't have to put any limits on a site's available resources. Auto-scaling literally means that our resources scale automatically. Bandwidth, memory, and processing power is scaled up or down instantly depending on demand. If there's a spike in demand and your hosting neighbors become busy, it doesn't affect your site speed. Busy sites are instantly isolated from others. This is what makes them true elastic cloud. If there's a surge in traffic, your website will continue to offer the same fast experience for every user. This is because a site isn't hosted on 1 or 2 servers. Instead, it can access the whole platform's resources. Multiple servers. It's what makes the 20i Reseller platform special. Using LVE limits to attract new hosting customers. As a web host with no LVE limits, you're in a unique position to entice potential hosting customers. Here are some ideas to help leverage this advantage. Promote performance and scalability. Highlight that your hosting service doesn't impose any artificial limits on CPU, RAM, or processes. Emphasize the scalability for websites and applications, explaining your customers won't face sudden slowdowns due to resource constraints. Uptime and reliability. With no LVE limits, assure customers of consistent performance even during traffic spikes. Use phrases like uninterrupted service, high traffic, and high availability. Developer-friendly environment. Developers love freedom. Position your hosting as a playground for creativity. Mention that they can run resource-intensive applications, experiment with various technologies, and build without constraints. Optimize for resource-hungry apps. Target customers who run data-heavy applications or e-commerce sites. Explain how unlimited LVE limits allow these apps to thrive without compromise. Educational content. Create blog posts or videos explaining the significance of LVE limits and educate users about how other hosts impose restrictions and how your service stands out. Final thoughts. We hope this video helps you to understand exactly what LVE limits are and how they impact you and your hosting customers. If you've any questions or anything you'd love to see from us, feel free to share them by leaving a comment or get in touch in the comments below and we'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching and we hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel for future videos.